Good morning, students. Let's begin our science class of class 8. Today the topic which I am going to start, or the lesson number which I am going to start, that is lesson number 5. This is the first chapter which is included in your November month course. So the heading of the chapter is coal and petroleum. Heading of the chapter is what? Coal and petroleum. And the first topic which I am going to explain, that is about the natural resources. So first of all, it is important for you students to understand how you will define the term natural resources. So natural resources are useful materials. What are natural resources? Natural resources are useful materials which are obtained from the natural surrounding, and they are formed on or they are found beneath or under the surface of the earth. This is the first point which you should remember about the natural resources. That is, natural resources are useful materials which are obtained from the natural surrounding, and where they are found? They are found either on the above the surface of the earth, or they are present beneath the surface of the earth. The second important thing about the natural resources which you should remember, that is, these natural resources, they are present or they exist in three forms. That is, they are also present in the solid state, liquid state and gaseous states. Third important thing, some of the examples. Now I will tell you about some of the examples of the natural resources. So these examples of the natural resources include air, water, soil, land, as well as the minerals, fossil fuels like coal and petroleum, as well as so these are some of the examples of the natural resources. Besides this, the various species of the plants and animals, they are also example of the natural resources. Now the next important thing which I am going to explain, that is about the types of natural resources, and there are two criteria on the basis of which the natural resources are classified. That is, first is on the basis of their origin. On the basis of the origin, the natural resources, they are classified into biotic natural resources and abiotic natural resources. So first you understand what are biotic resources. So biotic natural resources are those natural resources which are consisting of living things, or which constitute the living components of the earth. Like the animals and forest, they are very good example of biotic resources. Second type of resources, what? That is the abiotic resources, and these abiotic resources are type of natural resources which mainly consist of non-living things. For example, land, air, water, sunlight, etc. These are some of the examples of abiotic resources. Then second method on the basis of which the natural resources are classified, they are classified on the basis of their availability. On the basis of their availability, the natural resources are classified into two types. And what are those? That is, the first is the renewable resources, and the second one are non-renewable resources. Now you understand what is the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those natural resources which can be replenished or reproduced in very short period of time, and they are present in unlimited amount, or they are present in abundance in the nature. Some of the examples of the renewable natural resources includes the plants or trees, animals, etc. Next type of natural resource are the non-renewable natural resources, and these non-renewable natural resources are those type of natural resources which cannot be replenished or which cannot be reproduced in short period of time. They are also present in limited quantity, and they will get exhausted if we will not use them in a controlled manner, or we will use them very excessively. Then also, since they are present in limited amount, hence they will get exhausted, they will be finished, and they will no longer be available for the future generation. Some of the examples of these non-renewable natural resources include the fossil fuels. These fossil fuels, they are very good example of non-renewable natural resources. For example, coal, petroleum, etc. They are present in limited quantity, and they have evolved, or their formation has needed millions of years. Their formation has taken place millions of years ago, and now they are available to us, which we are using them as a fuel for operating the various vehicles, and in various industries and other places we are using them as a fuel. Now, next type of natural resources which I am going to explain, that are the exhaustible and inexhaustible natural resources. Now, the exhaustible natural resources, that is, these exhaustible natural resources are such type of natural resources which are present in very limited amount. They are present in limited quantity, and they will get exhausted. They will be finished. They will no longer be available if we will not use them in a controlled manner, or if we will overuse them very excessively. Why? Because they are present in limited quantity. And these examples of these exhaustible natural resources, very good example of the exhaustible natural resources are the fossil fuels, like the coal, petrol, diesel, etc. These are the various types of fossil fuels which are good example of exhaustible natural resources. Since you all know they are present in limited quantity, and if we will not use them in a controlled manner, or we will overuse them very excessively, then they will get exhausted, as they are present in limited quantity, and they cannot be also replenished and reproduced, because in their formation or evolution millions of years duration of time is required. That's why they are called as the exhaustible natural resources. Now, second type is the inexhaustible natural resources, and these inexhaustible natural resources, they are present in abundance. They are present in unlimited quantity, and they will not get exhausted, or they will not run out, or they will never be finished, because they are present in abundance in very large quantity. And some of the examples of these inexhaustible resources, like sunlight is there, water, air, land, soil, etc. They are very good example of inexhaustible natural resources. So this is all for today's class, students. Now, in the next turn, I will be explaining you about the coal and the various types of coal. Thank you for attending the class.